Hey guys, good to see you here. I'm not sure if my audio is working right, so go ahead and type okay if you can hear me. I want to make sure the audio and the video is coordinating properly tonight. So, yeah, okay. Today we are talking about follow up and what to do after you go to an event and you collect some business cards or some connections, you make some connections and how you can be better at that because a lot of people are not good at the follow-up piece. But before we get started, let me share with you where you can get the book that has all the tips and strategies for improving your networking. It's called what is it called? It's called it's called How to Feel More Comfortable, Confident, and Courageous at Networking Events. And you can get it at www.zenrabbit.com/book. All right. So when it comes to following up after a networking event, a lot of people fall down. They go to a networking event, they make some really good connections, they have great conversations, they go back to the office, or maybe it's the end of the day, so they go home, they put aside the business cards they collected, or if people are still even collecting business cards. A lot of people aren't doing the business card thing anymore, but regardless, they put aside the connections that they made, and they don't do anything. They figure, well, I'll take care of it tomorrow, or I am really just too busy to even reconnect with these people. And maybe they're feeling overwhelmed or just too busy, overwhelmed. It's not a priority for them to be working on following up with these new connections. And so they figure they'll put it off until tomorrow, next week, whenever it is. But you know what really happens? It actually never gets done. And that's when I start questioning, well, then why did you even bother going to the event if you're not going to follow up? Are you just going to have some interesting conversations for the evening? That's pretty much all you're going to have if you don't do the follow-up. So I have an interesting story of how this topic even came up for me today. But first, I know we've got some new people probably joining in here. You haven't you didn't get started right in the beginning, and I want to let you know about the book, How to Feel Comfortable, Confident, and Courageous at Networking Events. You can find it at http://www.zenrabbit.com/book. I will go ahead and put a link in the description, or if you want to put one in the comment section right now, that would be really helpful. Thank you. And we will get back to what I was talking about. So I was on a call earlier today with a colleague in Virginia, and we were talking. She said she's been going to some events, but usually when she gets back from them, she's just super tired. So she puts the cards aside and never actually follows up because she's just so busy. She doesn't have time to follow up. And so again, I question, why would you even bother going to a networking event if you're not going to have time to follow up on the connections you make there? That's the whole point. You are going to networking events to start business relationships. I mean, right? The definition of networking is the start of conversations. It's not about handing out your business card to as many people as you can. It's not about selling when you're at an event. It's about starting a relationship. So if you're not going to continue that relationship, why would you even start it? Here's one of the things that you can do to be better at making the time to follow up. Because I get it. We're all super busy and things come up once you get back. You have 9,000 emails to respond to or other kinds of fires to put out. People are knocking on your door, asking for your attention. And it's really easy to not get around to doing the networking follow-up. So here's a really easy way to make it happen, even if you don't think you'll have the time. The best thing to do is to carve out the time, right? Anytime you put it in your calendar and you actually schedule it, things tend to happen. Things tend to get done when you do that. So my recommendation is that when you schedule time to go to the event, like you put in your calendar, business luncheon from 11:30 to 1:30 on Thursday, that at the same time you put in your calendar time to do the follow-up. Now that could be, an hour after you get back from the event. Typically, you probably want to catch up on the stuff that you missed from the event. So I would say make it some time in your calendar, maybe 30 minutes, 60 minutes for the next day, maybe 10 o'clock if your event is on Wednesday, then 10 o'clock on Thursday, you schedule 30 or 60 minutes into your calendar to do the follow-up because it is imperative. Again, you are going to networking events so that you can start and build business relationships that are going to help your business, going to help your career. But if you can't find the time to follow up, then what's the point? There are a whole bunch of tips like this. This is just one of them that you'll find in my book, How to Feel Comfortable, Confident, and Courageous at Networking Events. You can get it at www.zenrabbit.com/book. All right, so to wrap it all up, here's what you need to remember. Here's the takeaway from today's video. When you are scheduling time to attend a networking event, you should schedule time in your calendar to do the follow-up as well, because the follow-up is just as important. It's actually more important. I don't know if it can be more important than going to the event, because if you don't go to the event, then you wouldn't have anything to follow up on, right? But it is equally important to do the follow-up, because if you're not doing the follow-up, then don't even bother wasting your time going to the events. It's the results are going to be in the follow-up, in building that business relationship that you just started. All right. Thanks so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, go ahead and put them down there in the comment section and I will go ahead and answer them. Look forward to answering them. Look forward to being of service and being able to help you here. Thanks again for watching. And don't forget, if you found this video helpful, give me a like, a love, share it with somebody you think who could also benefit, and check out the book, How to Feel Comfortable, Confident, and Courageous at Networking Events at www.zenrabbit.com/book. Take care. See you next time.